Hey, we're here. We're live. It's the Classic Guitar Rock Daily Update for Monday, the 17th of March, St. Patrick's Day. You see, I guess I'm not. Forgot it was St. Patrick's Day, not wearing green. Sorry. But it's March Madness begins, so I got to support my team as the NCAA tournament rolls around. So let's talk about the news today. It's tour season. Tour season is right around the corner. That means a lot of these 70-year-old guys will be hitting the stages all across the country. We've got some 70-year-old guys in our update today and some 60-year-old guys. Let's start with some 60-year-old guys. Def Leppard has added 7 new dates to their summer tour plans. They've invited Bret Michaels from Poison, The Struts, and Extreme to join them. So they'll take turns opening for the British hard rockers on the newly announced dates. Excuse me. I'm all choked up. You can see the full Def Leppard 2025 summer tour itinerary on their website if you care. Tickets for the newly announced shows will go on pre-sale tomorrow, and then general sales start on the 21st. Def Leppard, I saw them back in September. They still put on a great show. So I would go see them if they come through your neck of the woods. You should do that. Now, octogenarian, is he 80 yet? Is Robert Plant 80? He's got to be close. Robert Plant has announced a European tour with Saving Grace. Who's Saving Grace? Well, Saving Grace is a quintet, and Robert Plant toured with them back in 2019. It includes singer Susie Diane, guitarist Tony Kelsey and Matt Worley, and percussionist Ole Jefferson. So they were going to do it again in 2020, but the pandemic thing stunted their plans. But they're back at it in 2025. They'll start May 3rd in Brussels, followed by stops in the Netherlands, France, Italy, Spain, and more over several weeks. No word on U.S. dates. So hopefully they'll get some new U.S. dates scheduled as well. But I don't know if that's in the offing. Bruce Dickinson. This is I'm reading this from Ultimate Classic Rock. I don't know where it originally appeared. We'll find out. Classic Rock. It was in Classic Rock magazine. Bruce Dickinson said he'd rather quit Iron Maiden than use backing tapes on tour. Now, this whole backing tapes thing, it's gotten to be a sticky wicket. I don't know what that means, but it's gotten to be a thing over the last couple of years. More and more bands are getting caught using it. More and more bands don't care. We use backing tracks. Pop acts have used backing tracks for 30 years. I mean, that's nothing new at all. They totally just fake it, right? But now even hard rock bands are faking it. Kiss, of course, been caught. Motley Crue, Nikki Sixx doesn't even have to touch his bass, and the bass line keeps going. I'm not going to say anything else. Not Iron Maiden. No, they're not going to do it. Bruce says, only recently this guy, a big fan, said to me, it's so great to see Maiden still doing it. I said, yeah, and we're doing it for real. There's no detuning. They don't even tune down to make it easier for Bruce to sing. This guy said, lots of bands are using backing tracks now. I said, no. That's what it says. No. That's the day I quit or the day we stop. If it's not real, it's not Maiden. The idea that you can turn it into the Disneyland Maiden by using backing tracks, a few tricks, no. Maiden has to be 100% real and effing fierce. He's serious. And also in that same interview, Dave Murray, guitarist from, I've told you my Dave Murray story. I'll tell you again in just a sec. Dave Murray said the band should aim to bow out with dignity and grace. So when the time comes, they'll go away. And you got to respect that, right? Nico McBrain, who I love, who is their drummer, he stepped away from touring last year. So if you see Maiden again, it won't be with Nico, right? He's still recording with them, but he's not touring anymore. So here's my Dave Murray story. Still, I still have scars from this. This would have been summer of 1983. Summer of 83. It's the Peace of Mind tour. I'm in the Boone Street Barn. That's what they call it. The Spokane Coliseum. It's no longer here. It's been torn down and replaced with the new arena about 20 years ago. But general admission, this is between my freshman and sophomore year. No. It's between my sophomore and junior year. So I'm like, 5'8", 120 pounds. I could sneak my way up, in the GA concert. I'd always get to the front row, always make it to the front row. So sure enough, I get right up to the front row and there's Dave Murray. I mean, it's literally me. There's like a little foot section behind a little wall. There's a stage, there's a monitor. And so Dave's probably 6 feet away from me, 5 feet away. I mean, I could have touched him, right? And so, the whole show, if you've never been front row at a concert, you got to do it. It's awesome. And back in the GA days, you could do it. If you really wanted to, you could get to the front row. And I did. I was one of those warriors, right? And, there for the whole show, and of course, you're making eye contact with each other. He's giving you thumbs up. You're giving him thumbs up. There's sweat flying all over both. It's awesome. So play the whole show, and it's like me and Dave, we're like best buds. At the end of the show, he pulls off his wristbands. Dave Murray always wore it's 1983, right? So he's wearing the wristbands, the sweatbands. So he's pulling those off. He's handing them to me, right? To me, Jeremy. He's handing his sweatbands to me. I was about to get these sweaty Dave Murray Peace of Mind tour wristbands. It would have been awesome. But then all of a sudden at the last minute, this fat chick on a guy's shoulders swoops over, intercepts, steals the wristbands. I'm crestfallen. And Dave's like, what are you doing? And then he kind of shrugs his shoulders like, sorry, man. And then he gave me a pick. So I got a pick from Dave Murray, but let's be honest, the sweatbands would have been cooler. Okay. That's my Dave Murray story. So we had a special bond. ZZ Top. We love the ZZ Top around here. I love ZZ Top. However, I have to say this. I'm just got to be honest as an arbiter of truth. While ZZ Top is one of my all-time favorite bands, they're not, I'm going to get in trouble when I say this, they're not a super great live band. I've seen them several times. They're not bad, but they're just not great. They're not a great live band. Like the Cars. I love the Cars. The Cars are a terrible live band. Okay. ZZ Top's not terrible like the Cars are, but it's funny how these two bands that I love their albums so much, they're just not that great live. Okay. And then there's other bands like Cheap Trick. Cheap Trick albums are great, but Cheap Trick is a live band, right? They're better to see live than to listen to albums. ZZ Top, better to listen to albums than to see live. It's just an interesting little conundrum wrapped in an enigma. So anyways, what are we talking about? Frank Beard, the only member of the band who doesn't have a beard, has temporarily stepped away from the band's current tour in order to focus on an unspecified health issue. So fellow Texan John Douglas will fill in for Beard until his return. Now, John Douglas actually filled in for Frank Beard like 20 years ago on a tour as well. Now, of course, since Dusty died, the lineup now is Billy Gibbons, Elwood Francis is on bass, and, it just worked out well. Elwood has a big beard, bushy beard, not just a bushy beard, bushy hair. So he does one better. He's got the beard and a big bushy hairdo. So he fits right in. So that's the current ZZ Top. If you go see them over the next little while, it'll be Billy, Elwood, and then John Douglas on drums. No word yet whether John has a beard or not. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see about that. One last thing. Journey. Journey fans were forced to stop believing at their recent show at the Houston Rodeo. So Journey is in Houston to play the big concert at the end of the Houston Rodeo. They had to cut the show short due to an electrical fire under the stage. How embarrassing. Too bad. The Rockers had the plug pulled on them in the middle of Don't Stop Believin', which was only the fourth song in their set. So you come 72,000 people there. Okay. The Houston Rodeo is a big deal. Okay. If you've never been to an NRA rodeo, it's awesome. You should go. But 72,000 people had to evacuate. Journey only got 4 songs in and they said, sorry, you got to go. There's a fire. You got to go. So disappointed fans, disappointed band. What are you going to do? Nothing you can do. So, I don't know. Hopefully these guys will swing back through Houston at some point so people can see. And, this is the debate all the time. Well, it's not Journey without Steve Perry. I've seen Journey with Steve Perry. I've seen Journey with Arnell, and Arnell is awesome. Great show. I think I saw him in 2016. That's when I saw him. Phenomenal show. Okay. So, you can sit at home and say, I'm not going to see him without Steve Perry. Well, that's fine. You're going to miss a great show if you do that. So what am I saying? I guess I'm saying go see Journey with Arnell. That's what I'm saying. So anyways, hey, that's our update for today. Thank you so much for tuning in, and thank you for all your support. If you haven't checked out Classic Guitar Rock Radio, give it a go. Give it a try. Go to www.classicguitarrock.com. You can click on a link to the radio station or click on a link to the podcast. What are you waiting for? Thanks so much. We'll do it again later. Live long and prosper. Bye-bye.